Hey guys, cheers.
Hey, good morning.
Happy
What you
weekly
guys got in
sip.
your cups this morning?
I uh I'm drinking the Starbucks iced coffee blonde
You're
roast.
just drinking it straight out of the bottle like that?
No, I have it in my cup, but I just wanted
You
to
don't need to
do
fool
a
us. You don't
quick
need to
little
fool us.
product plug here because 5.99 at the grocery store.
Seems steep.
Well, steep, it's $5 for a cup of iced coffee over here if
Right.
you were to get it at Starbucks. And in the grocery store, they sell Starbucks at the Starbucks in the grocery store, or they sell Starbucks in the grocery store. So,
Right.
and one is taxed and one is not taxed, but it's about $5 for a venti iced coffee at at Starbucks over here. And this is 48 ounces. And I figured it out. If you add ice and you just do black coffee, you only get about 8 ounces of coffee in your cup.
Wow.
Hmm.
So
You're telling me a
5.99
24
actually
ounce
gets
ice.
you
Hold on,
this
real
gets you
quick. You're telling me a 24-ounce iced coffee that I go to Starbucks and get is only 8 ounces of coffee.
I measured and actually this is a 20 ounce cup, which I thought a venti iced coffee was 20 ounces, but it turns out that the venti iced coffee is 24 ounces. So
Oh,
I don't
so
know
you're
what the
gypping us.
displacement would be for a 24-ounce cup, but
Gotcha.
under the premise that a venti coffee is 20 ounces, then our numbers are working out. But
Yeah.
I would venture to say that you get about 6 cups of coffee from this one bottle,
Okay.
iced
Right.
coffee. Okay. So $5 a day or $1 a day. It's your choice.
Hard to beat.
That's a big difference when
It
you add
it
it up
it
over
it,
time, right?
it is a big difference, and over time, it makes it an even bigger difference. So, just like if you were to do your grocery shopping at the beginning of the week, and you just go ahead and you deposit your $28 savings for that week's worth of coffee, if you were to be able to get a 7% return over a 5-year period, that's $8,700.
So don't stop drinking coffee, just make it at home.
Well, there is a difference in sort of mindset between abundance or scarcity. And this would be more in that scarcity mindset of like, don't spend money. But I think there's definitely an in between where it's like, hey, make the most out of what you have,
Yeah.
regardless of what you do have, because it doesn't matter how much money that you make. If you keep spending every dollar that you earn, it's just you're going to be staying in the same spot. And this is like just an everyday item. You're going to save $4 a day. It's
And over time, that adds
and
up.
$4 a day, kind of works out depending on what your return might be, but a 7% return, I think is achievable over a 5-year period, and that would give you $8,700. And that could be a down payment for a first-time home buyer.
True.
Could be.
That's
So
a
you're
very good
on
Yeah.
point.
your college campus and you're buying Starbucks at the cafe that they have on your student loan that you're not repaying, that's working the opposite direction for you.
Hmm.
So find ways to save here and there, and even small changes can have major cumulative effects.
Yes, the small changes, which would mean if you do save the $4 a day instead of spending five, you also need to make sure not to spend it. But if
Yeah.
you're just spending it on something else, then you're not really saving it, right? You're just shifting habits to spend somewhere else. But if you're saving it and investing it and getting that 7% return, like Scholar said, instead of 7,200 over 5 years, it's almost 8,700. And if you add that up and let that, and you say, hey, maybe I can do double $5 a day, maybe it's $10 a day. That number just continues to grow because as you earn money, that money that you earn earns money. And that's the beauty of compound interest. So the longer you're able to do it, the sooner you're able to do it, the more power it has. But it does have to be invested in appreciating assets, not just in a bank account. You'd have to be buying companies via, ETFs or stocks or mutual funds. But it's very easy to do. There's a lot of platforms that allow you to do it for free, essentially. And as long as you are able and willing, I think it's a good move, especially if you're a young college kid like Scholar's saying.
Yeah, so if you started this on January 1st of 2025 as a New Year's resolution, we're here in November of 2024. If you do this coming up in a couple of weeks, you would be able by 2030 to have this $8,700 accumulated, which I
What would you
think
do with your 8,700?
what would I do with my 8,700? I would probably keep it invested and keep letting it roll until later on because that's a pretty good chunk of change. Or, if I was trying to save for like something that is tangible, I could do a car purchase. 8,700 might be helpful for a good down payment for a car.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll buy
That's
a car
exactly what I
outright,
was thinking.
depending on what the car prices are.
Yeah.
How
That's
much cash?
exactly what I was thinking. I pretty much did that during after college. 6 months after college, I bought a 2012 Honda Accord in 2014, and that improved my ability to earn income and get to my job safely because I no longer was driving a 2001 Chevy Malibu that broke down every 2 weeks. So that is a great way to think about it, especially if you're looking to buy something at a certain time frame, and you say you have 4 or 5 years putting that money in the market, let it grow, and potentially getting that higher return to eventually put a down payment down on whatever it is. It's a great way to build.
You could buy a house.
All right. Well,
First time
good.
home buyer credit.
First time home
Yep.
buyer, you could buy a house with just by switching your coffee.
The sky's the limit, right? So cheers.
So, all
Enjoy
right.
your iced coffee this afternoon at home only.
Cheers.
All right. Take care, guys.
Bye.